guys, I'm your host Triple C. How's everyone doing today? Today I want to bring you a list of every single Cobra agent that is part of Arctic. And these are potential figures that can come out for the Arctic G.I. Joe. And I would like to give about six or seven six actually honorable mentions I would like to see come to the line. So, without further ado, on with the show. Okay, guys. First up, we have a still separate commander. Now, this would be a pretty sweet figure if it came out. This is a repaint of a Ice Viper and a Snow Serpent combined. But it would be a nice figure to get in the line. We also have Ghost Bear. Let me go back. He goes. Oh. Okay. Alright, Ghost Bear. Ghost Bear is a relative of Quinn. He is the son of Quinn, I believe. And he is an Arctic figure too. Then we have the Snow Wolf version 2. This is another repaint of the Snow Leopard. And we have version 1. This with white. These came out in 2004. They were part of Valor vs. Venom line. Then we have Snow Serpent Officer version 1. This is the officer version of the Snow Serpent. It's a pretty cool figure. It comes with some cool accessories. Then we have version 2, which has red on it, which I think is pretty cool. Instead of the blue all the time, it makes it look different. And this is what came with the ice cutter, which I want to show you in another video. I'm going to do the vehicles this week also. And then I'll do Joe's either the end of the week or next week. But this is the Snow Serpent Officer version 2. Then we have Snow Serpent version 1. Now, I'm not going to do all these Snow Serpents because they all come with different weapons, and we can get many different versions of the Snow Serpents. Hopefully, we get those right shoes eventually. This is version 2. He comes with this a snowboard and a couple guns and a mythical backpack. I don't care with the mythical backpack, but the snowboard would be nice to have. Then we have version 3, which I kind of like the color scheme on this one. Then we have version 4, which is a good one too. It's just gray and white. And these are all the accessories. They come with a rifle, pistol, snowboard, backpack, and battle stand. Then we have version 5. And he comes with a pet, a dog, a pistol, a cloak, a rifle, and snowshoes. So we can get a snowboard with the pet. Then you get version 6, which is basically, where is he? This guy, but different colors. Yeah, different colors. And we have version 7, which has a balaclava mascot, and he came with, I think that's a Thompson, or an automatic shotgun. I'm not sure. Then we have version 8, which is just a darker gray version of the regular Stone Separate, which it could come to the line. And then he has an AK, and I don't even know what that little thing is. I think it's a rocket launcher or a grenade launcher. Version 9A and version 9B are basically the same figure, but just different weapon loadouts. This one has I think that's a rifle, and then this one has a machine gun and a missile launcher. Then we have version 10, which is a cool camera on it, which I like this one a lot. I think this would be a cool one to add to the line. But this one is part of the movie line, and it comes with a lot of awesome gear. Alright, that's enough with those difference. Now, Arctic Bats. I believe that we could see another Arctic Bat run, but it'll probably be a virtual one, and it'll probably be more like this one. I think the Arctic Bat is an awesome figure, and I wish they would have released more of them, but they were so hard to get. I only have one of them, and I really want some more of these guys. Yeah, I do think they could re-release this as a retro figure if they wanted to, and different head sculpt. Give them these weapons instead of the ones they came with before, and it'll be a retro one. We had those weapons, so except for those hooks down there, but we had the other weapons. I mean, I guess those could be the like Alpine's picks, clearing picks. But then we have the Arctic Hitch Driver version 1. And there's no version 2. I don't know why you call it version 1. But Arctic Hitch Driver, which we could be getting this very soon. It's basically a hitch driver with the cloth over it from the social service, and it's painted white, which is nice. I like this one a lot. Now, we have the Arctic Communications Specialist, the Televiper, version 7. This one came out in 2008, and it is a pretty cool figure. All these Televipers are awesome, and it'd be nice to have an Arctic version of these. These were in the cartoon too, so. Then we have the Ice Viper version 1. This one came with the Cobra Wolf. It was the pilot of it, and it only came with 2 sides helmets. Then we have Ice Viper version 2, which is part of the Arctic Threats set, and it came out in 2007. Then we have we have Ice Viper version 3, which came out in 2009 from Rise of Cobra. And this was pretty cool actually. I like the outfit he has. Then we have version 4, which is this one came out in the 4-inch line, and it was the driver of the Cobra Wolf. He has a gun, 2 sides, and a helmet he came with. I think it's pretty cool. Alright, next up, Storm Shadow version 36. Now, this is from the movie Rise of Cobra, and he looks pretty cool. He reminds me of the X-Men character, Phaeton, I think his name is. Phantom. And then we have Storm Shadow version 34. And look, it's Destro from Pursuit Cobra line. It is now I don't know how well Destro will hold up with the metal mask in the cold, but look at what he has there. That's the auger. It could be from reused from Lady J. Just saying, it could be. And then we have Scrap Iron version 5, the anti-armor specialist for the Extreme Conditions Arctic Assault Squad. This came out in 2008. It is a pretty cool Scrap Iron. And we just need to repaint Scrap Iron and give him the drone. I like to see a drone actually in white, to be honest. I think that'd be a cool thing when we do a white camo, or even a light blue. But and then we have Firefly version 4. Now the Firefly we have now can already work for Arctic, in my opinion, because he's totally covered with body armor, and I think he can survive in the winter like that. But then there's Dr. Mindbender, and I would not mind getting this version of Dr. Mindbender, because I think he looks cool with that purple jacket on. He comes with the same gun he had before, but he also comes with a little laptop, and I think that'd be a cool addition to the figure. Then we have Night Creeper version 13, the Cobra Ice Ninja, which I really want these to come to the line. I like this Night Creeper version better than the original version. I think he looks 1,000 times better in these colors than he did in the other colors. And then we have Night Creeper version 4, the original one, the original Ice Ninja. This one came out in 1998, and this one came out in 2016. I'm hoping that it's this version if we get the Arctic Ninja Night Creeper. Then we have the Cobra Viper version 18, the Heavy Weapon Specialist. Now, looking at him, you would think he would not be a Arctic Trooper, but with all this gear on, he's a pretty he's part of the Arctic squad. So I mean, and I'm sure those guns heat up and give him heat too. So, but then there's also Arctic Trooper, the Cobra Viper, version 17, which I think would be awesome if they could make this guy. Because look at how he looks. That's just awesome looking. It wouldn't take much to give him a new vest, and then he can be the RC Trooper that we want. Then we have the Still Bunny Baroness. Now, I'm not sure if this is a real figure or not, but I saw it and I was looking it up, and this is the only wish I could find of it. And I love her to come to the line. But then there is Cobra Commander, Arctic Trooper, that came out in 2018. I'm surprised it came out so late in the line, but there is precedence for a Cobra Commander in Arctic. Alright, that should be the last order of that. But now I want to go over 5 carrying the bears. I want to go over 5 more honorable mentions. The bears would be one of them, but I would like to see an Arctic Cobra Trooper. The standard Cobra Troopers in Arctic gear. I think that'd be awesome. Having them in white and a little bit of blue, CD armor. I think that'd be sweet. Major Blood, Arctic Major Blood. I'd love to see that too. Then an Arctic Alley Viper. I think a white and blue or white and black camo would be sweet for Arctic Trooper for Alley Viper. You don't have to change the blue, just change the orange to white, and then you got the Arctic version of him. And then 2 more, well, technically 3 more. Crimson Twins would be Tomax and Zaymot. I would like to see in Arctic gear. And then I would like to see Serpentor in a new outfit. Instead of gold, white. Instead of green, You can keep the green if you want to, or you can make it blue, or black. And then have him be an Arctic Serpentor. But those would be my choices for adding to the line. This is a lot of figures. There's 17 figures, different characters in the line. They could potentially have figures for Cobra. But yeah, what do you guys think? Are there any guys I missed that you'd like to see in the line? Is there any character you want G.I. For Cobra? For Cobra, I want to do G.I. Joe on Narrow Streams to save those answers for G.I. Joe. What you like to see in the Cobra ranks? Alright guys, this is Triple C. I hope you guys enjoy this little list of mine, and I hope you all have a great day. Make sure you hit that like button with me, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Cobra! Bye guys!